How you doing, gang? I had a question to ask the other night about a guy wanted to do all that stuff that Dave's doing on his channel where he melts down the deer tallow. Well, he says, I live in the city, I don't have access to a deer, blah, blah, blah. This is beef suet. This is beef fat. You can go to your local store. Now, I paid 99 cents a pound for it. Sometimes you can get it cheaper. I've seen it up to 80 cents a pound. I've seen it a little over $1, but it's about $1. So I got 10 pounds, a little over 10 pounds, of beef suet, okay? Now what you do is you take the beef suet, and it's crumbly, it's fat. Now this stuff does not stink. It smells like steak. I mean, it's beef, you know? It doesn't put off a funny odor as long as you don't burn it. So what you do is you bring it over and you cut it up, crumble it up. Now I cut it by hand with a knife, but you can take it if it's slightly frozen and do it in a food processor. But if you do it that way, what happens is the heat of the blade then makes it like mush, and it's kind of hard, and you might as well just throw this in there. So I slice this up, and I take it over, and we put it in the pan. Now, this is part of the 10 pounds. This is on low. See, there's low, and on between low and medium. Okay, between low and medium on my stove. And there, get the fat out of the way. All that liquid down there is melted down beef fat, aka tallow. If you did pork, you'd be having lard. Since it's beef, they call it tallow. And I'm going to strain this out using an old t-shirt. I'm going to put it in some old Christmas tins and some old candle tins that I'd cleaned out. As long as you don't have odors in there, you'll be fine. Now, I'm going to strain it through an old t-shirt that I'm going to use. Just so you know, for your wives and everybody know, it doesn't stink, and you can do it low and slow on top of the stove. You can do it in the oven. You can do it in a crock pot on low. The idea is to make a lot of surface area so it melts apart. Small pieces melt better than just throwing that whole big chunk in there and letting it go. So the more surface areas you got, the more contact you'll have with everything, the faster it'll go. Now, the other thing you're going to have with this is it's not going to make as much as you think it's going to make, okay? So you're not going to get 10 pounds of this and get 10 pounds out, because some of this is going to evaporate moisture-wise, and some of this is going to turn to cracklings. They're going to get hard, and you let them go in there and they'll cook themselves, and that's what beef cracklings, pork cracklings, that's what they are. They're dried up pieces of fat and skin and stuff. Most of this comes from the kidney area of the cow, and it's hard and chunky. Of course, you can save and do whatever. So you squeeze that and it kind of like breaks apart. Kind of like blue cheese kind of stuff. Really good and soft on the hands. Feels real nice. Doesn't smell bad or anything like that. So there's my answer for you. Oh, I don't have a deer. Oh, I can't get to the woods. You can still do it. You can still do it. Not a problem. Go in and get the beef tallow. And you know, you don't have to buy 10 pounds. You can buy a pound of it. You can buy a half pound of it. You go to your butcher. Tell them you want beef suet. And do it up that way. Beef suet. Alright. So as I said, on top of the stove, low and slow. In the oven, crock pot, electric skillet, however you want to do it. Outside over the fire. Whatever makes you feel good, it's all possible. Then you can make your own candles, you can make your own lip balm, you can make your own grease for wiping down stuff, you can make your own hand moisturizer there with that, whatever you want to do. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this little video. There's my answer for you. Y'all have a good day.